Hi everyone. I'm starting here with my tips already buffed, and I'm taking the Kiara Sky step 1 of the jelly tips, and I'm just putting that all over. I like prepping the nails as if I was prepping natural nails. I feel like this is the way that lasts longer, and it just has more strength, and the gel polish stays on longer in my opinion. So I like to make sure that it's all over, just so that it's properly dehydrated. Now I'm going in with step 2, which is primer. And I'm going to go on and put that on all 10 tips. I'm using the short square tips. I haven't filed the ends yet. I like to do that at the end. So that way it's a sharp, crisp line at the tip of the nail. I love these stands because it's rose gold and clear. My favorite metal at the moment, or at least for a while now, has been rose gold. Um, I can link down below where I got those from. They were from Amazon, so I can link those. I'm going in now with Builder Gel. I found that when I used these tips without Builder Gel, it had no strength and they would just like break. So a light layer of Builder Gel, and here I'm noticing that there was like a little hair. I have a kitten and she was just running around me. So I had to take that out before I put anything on there. And then I'm going in with the light layer of Builder Gel. I like to go in slow because I don't want any of the Builder Gel to get on the underneath of any of the edges. So I paint going down and then also going up. That way I don't get any buildup at the back where the cuticle area should be. Now, I didn't film the process of when I actually buffed the nails and prepped it before putting on step 1, step 2, and step 3 of the Kiara Sky Jelly Tips. But if you'd like to see that, just let me know, comment below, and I can show you a video of just that. I do also have a prey tips, and I'm going to start using those for when I make my press on nails. If you want more information about my press on nails, please see below. Also, you can check out my Instagram. I have a link there where you can go on Google Forms. Now, I don't think that for the apres tips I'll have to use Builder Gel because they are stronger in my opinion. These tips, my camera just fell right there. These tips seem a little bit weaker, at least for everyday use. And I'm making this set for my mom. There's gonna be times where I'm like slowing down a little bit, so I'm gonna just speed up the prep process just because I'm talking with my sister to see like what kind of colors would go well, like for my mom. And also, anytime I'm doing nails, it's just time for me and my sister to like catch up, watch a show. We always like watching Psych and Monk and White Collar. Recently, we've been watching K dramas, so if you're interested in having that in the background, conversation with my sister while watching a TV show, then you'll see exactly the process of what I do. I feel like the best part about personal nails and the tips is that you can actually paint backwards so that you can ensure a smooth finish, and that way it's on everything. Even though you can do that with nails, you just got to move a little slower toward the cuticle area. And then I'm going in and curing that and taking out the other set. And now I'm going into real time, and this is where the design starts. So I try to keep the light as far away from the gel polish as possible. I'm using the Honey Nail Secret Nudes collection, and I'm trying to get it into frame. This was me testing out if I like this color. And I like to go in generously with the gel polish just to make sure that I don't have to go in with that many coats. And I'm trying to make sure that it's on every part of the nail and that on the edges it's not thick. Even though I go in later and just like wipe it with my finger with the gloves. Now I'm just checking out the color, seeing if it looks like the right kind of nude that my mom would like, or that would go with the design that's in my head at the moment. And then I was deciding, should I put this color on everything? And then I decided not to, and that I would just make the middle finger a different shade of nude. And then I was just moving it around because on that nail, the color was looking very different for some reason. So then I just went and added a little bit more to see if that was the issue. I was also checking out how runny these gel polishes were because with different brands, the gel polishes can be more thick than others. This one seems like a great consistency and I really like the color. I really wanted to go for like um my mom's favorite color is brown, so I wanted to be able to incorporate that into a spring set. I haven't seen that very often, but there I go. I'm showing you the shade that I was using because I forgot. And then I'm going in with 166 for Honey Nail Secret. I really like their brand. I'm not sponsored. Could be, wish I was, but I'm not. I just genuinely like their products. I have their mood gels. Now I have these, and then I also have their disco gel polishes, which are very shiny, and I will be showing you that in a different video when I do my sister's nails. I'm doing a gel fill on her. And this is the different color. I like how it looks for the design that's coming up. And there you can really tell the difference where like the other ones are a little bit more of a pinky hue and that one's more of a beige color. And I'm just going in and just wiping the sides off. It just removes any bulkiness. And it keeps the shape sharp. This is one of the main reasons why I like wearing gloves because I cannot stand feeling product or dust or anything on my hands. I really don't want contact dermatitis and it just doesn't feel good. So I'm just that nail tech that wears gloves all the time during everything. And I'm going in and putting that into cure. Or to cook, I always say cooking the nails. And then I'm just going to repeat those colors on this side. And I'm going a little bit faster now that I know how the color scheme is going. And I'm a little bit out of frame, but you can still see the nail. I just noticed, and I moved it more to the center. I'm very new to this, so I'm just trying to keep everything in frame and show what I'm doing. So sometimes I try to pull the nails more closer to my face because I like to see everything, but I gotta make sure that the phone, the camera, can see what I'm seeing, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I am going to start making videos on my press on nails. Let me know anything you would like to see. I did purchase the Beetles jelly tips, and I'm gonna try and do those. I did a set on myself, and it's lasting pretty long. I'm not a fan of long nails, but or artificial nails on myself, which is crazy. It's just easier for me to do everyday things when I have my natural nails, and my natural nails grow pretty long. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that, and I'm just gonna show like those jelly tips and how they work. And I find them a little easier than these tips, the Kiara Sky jelly tips, and they're a little bit stronger even though they're plastic. So personally, I haven't posted anything for the 9 subscribers I do have. I am just giving an update. I haven't posted here because I needed to go through rebranding. There were a couple of people that had Pampered by V. I needed to change the channel name, the just branding in general, just going through a rebranding season. And now it is a dash of V nails. And I'm just gonna bring you along on my journey with my press on nail business, me as a nail tech, any tips. I do love the fact that these colors look like the nude acrylics that I have. So that way it looks like acrylic nails when you press them on. And then I'm checking out. I had to pinch the glove because it's a little bit big on me. That way I can get a smooth clean on the side and not mess up the gel polish. This part is actually very important because if you don't do that and you leave it and try to file it at the end, it kind of warps the shape of the nail. So I like the shape to stay crisp the entire time. That way, that involves less filing for me at the end. Um, and it's just a smoother process. It looks nice. I like seeing the shape crisp the entire way. Except for the very tip. I just leave that at the end, as I said earlier. So here we go. I'm looking at it, checking to see if I need another coat. And I like it pretty clear. So then I'm going in with 963 of the Beetles Gel Polish. It is a glitter polish. It is gold glitter. And I'm just going in on that middle finger. I wanted to add some glitter, make it a little bit different, more. I always add glitter to everything. I feel like it makes it elegant and happy. I have a lot of the Beetles gel polish that I ordered off of Amazon. They sell like packages of like 22 bottles of polish, and it's like by color. I can link down below which one I have, which collection this one is from, but I have about three collections. I have a big nail polish collection, gel polish collection, and like gel liner art collection. I can show that also. And I'm just moving a little bit faster on the other side now that I know what I want it to look like. I'm also doing a light layer. I don't want to bulk up the nail too much. And then I'm there, I'm talking to my sister, and I'm just like talking to her about what kind of design I'm gonna do on the other nails. So that's why I'm just squiggling my finger. And then I'm just showing the gel polish just in case you want to go get it if you're interested. There is my little tray that I use. It looks like a gemstone and it's kind of transparent a little bit. I think it's cute. It's useful. I use it as my little plate. Those are the three colors. I'm just bringing out all the gel polish that I need to create the art that I want. And those three colors are my browns that I think she'll like. And then here I'm going in with the Beetles base. And the reason I'm doing that is because I find it easier when you add base to the nail to marble. So the polish is more like it allows you to do an effect like a blooming gel, and it looks great with marble. So putting a layer of this on, a light layer, and then not curing it, it helps a lot when you need to marble or bloom or anything. So that way, so you can save and not have to buy blooming gel, you can definitely do that. And here I'm just doing my method of like how to create marble. So at first I was trying to do the method where I just drop like little drops inside of each other, but that wasn't working. So I just started like lining them next to each other, and then you'll see what I do next. Those three polishes are from Beetles, and then the white, that is from Honey Nail Secret. That is from their Pro Gel Art liners. Now with this one, I don't want to contaminate it with any type of brown, and I could have wiped it, but I didn't. I just let it drip. So then I'm contemplating, should I swirl this with a brush? And then I think, and I'm like, no. So I go and try and find my dotting tool. So you go in and you just swirl it. And it kind of look exactly, and I just go and swirl side to side, up and down, until it looks exactly how I want. And this looks kind of like the coffee that my mom drinks. So I found that it was good. After I swirled it, I immediately wiped that dotting tool. I don't want any gel polish to carry on there. And I go in with a little brush, scoop up a little section, and then lightly make contact, and those colors just fall off the brush. And I'm lightly dragging, like I'm making like feather like movements. And I'm just looking at it. I'm trying to see it because I don't want the whole nail to have marbles. So I'm just checking to see where exactly I want to place it. And I think I'm fixing the camera here. I didn't even notice that I was doing that. Or my sister was. I think my sister was trying to show me like where it was lacking in color. I'm literally just floating over that base gel. And then I'm just letting it like spread a little bit until it's my vision. I'm going in, I'm wiping the sides because that base gel is sliding toward the side, warping the shape a little bit. You can see it on my glove. And it's still spreading as we speak. Once you want it to stop spreading, then you go in and cure it. I went and took out the other one, and I'm going to repeat that process. I actually learned the base gel trick from another YouTuber. Her name is Nail Slate by Val, and she does incredible work. And she gives the best tips, and that's where I learned the base gel. Because I was thinking about buying a blooming gel, but you can't just go out and buy everything. You gotta do with what you got, and this works perfectly. I've tried it a couple of times, and it's worked every single time. Now, the beautiful thing about marble is that it doesn't have to look the exact same. And here I'm just adding where I see fit. I went in and specifically touched that dark brown because I felt like it was lacking in that color. And then I'm just letting it spread. And now we wipe the sides before we cure. And I'm already loving how it looks. I love the marble, but it feels like there's a little bit something missing, and I want to make it a little bit more cohesive. So I go back to that glitter, the gold glitter from the middle finger, and I want to add some specks to the marble. It's not that visible in the camera, but when you have the set like in person and the finished result, you notice the little tiny bit of speck that I added. And then I'm just getting my sister's opinion here. I'm like, can you tell that it's there? And she's like, I can't really see it, but I could. So I left it. And I'm going in with light feather touches also because you don't want to bulk up that glitter. Um, my mom is not a fan of like raised art where she can feel like, like the sugared effect. She's not a fan. So I'm going in with the light touches. Always just a little speck of glitter. And then I just did like a flash cure really quick. So now I was trying to decide what to do with the other nails. So I'm just thinking as I go. This is. So here I'm talking to her and I'm like, how can I make this look more like spring? Like what can I do to make it classy? And then the classiest thing I could think of was French. And it's like a coffee French tip. So here I'm trying out a method for the French that I saw on Nail Slayed by Val, just to see if it would be easy for me, because doing a French, it takes a lot of work because you have to be really precise in the way that you do it. Like that line has to be crisp. While you're doing, even with acrylic, it's a little bit difficult. I finally think that I've gotten way better with acrylic, but drawing it, it's just a little easier because then you don't have to use two different types of acrylics. And I like acrylic. I love acrylic, but I want to get better with my line work. So I wanted to do this. And this is like the darker, that darker brown. I didn't want all the French to be the same. That thumb, I wanted it to stand out. So what you do is you paint it on around the area where you kind of want it, and then I go in with a round tip brush, dip it in some swipe, young nail swipe, and then I dab it off the excess, and then you go in and you crisp up your line. So the reason you want to use a round tip brush is because the French smile line is round. So you don't want to go in with a pointy brush and then it would just take more work. So I was struggling, I'm not gonna lie. So that was just my fiance coming in, checking on me, seeing how I'm doing, in case you heard that door opening. And I'm here, I'm still cleaning that smile line. I like to make sure that it's a clean line. And then I was trying to see if I wanted like a deep smile line or just at the tip. And I'm just dipping it a little bit more in the swipe, because this is a poly gel brush and I don't want to have any of that gel polish in there, and I want to have enough that it helps me clean this. So when you're using the swipe, you don't want to have a lot of product because it will mess up the gel polish that you have at the bottom. This is just for crisping up that smile line. I do have to practice it more, and then I know for sure I will be better. But I felt like it came out really nice. And then I'm just checking it out, seeing if it matches the other one. I'm noticing that the pinky's a little bit thicker, but I was planning on adding flowers to the Frenches, so it didn't have to be that precise. And I'm checking it out. It looks pretty good. I'm going in on the sides, wiping that gel polish off. Want to make sure that shape is crisp and clean through every gel polish application. And I'm just showing my sister, I'm getting her opinion, because this is a set that my mom was going to be wearing for an interview. It's not like in an interview they really check out your nail design, but people do look at your hands. You shake hands, you want to make a good impression, and I wanted to give this to her as a gift, as good luck. So I'm going in. It takes a little bit less time, as always, on the other set of nails because I already know what I'm doing, or at least the colors I've chosen. The French still took a while, and I'm leaving this in real time so that you're able to see like how long it takes, how I am when I'm thinking, when I'm doing a freestyle design. So then there, I was just comparing it, making sure that I put the colors where they go, because I kind of wanted it to be matchy matchy, but not, to a T, because the marble does look a little different, and I like that. And then I'm just going in with my gelish polygel brush, which is my favorite polygel to this day. So whenever you see that a French design costs more, this is why. It takes time. It takes like precision. It takes practice. It takes product. So, as a client and as somebody who is making nails and doing nails, please charge more for French because it does take more time. Even when you become more skilled, it took you time, energy, and money to become skilled like that. And then again, just go in, crisp up the sides. And then I'm just going in and I'm closing all the gel polishes because I'm not going to be using them. And then I'm going in with the Marcat rhinestone glue. I heard really good reviews about it, and I'm adding in some of those flower charms. And I like the fact that this is a glue that you can cure and not one that you have to wait for it to dry. And then this is just my tool that I use to pick up the charms and rhinestones. I picked it up a little sideways, but I was able to place it so that it's face up, and it's so cute. And this glue is pretty thick, so you can work with it. It's not really gonna smudge everywhere and run everywhere, and it doesn't dry immediately. So I can continue to work and place what I want where I want. And once it's where it is, then I can go in and cure it. So I pretty much like the two flowers on the French. So then I just want to go in and replicate that on the index finger. And I could have added the glue on both nails, but remember this is a freestyle and I'm just going as I see fit. just taking out that other step from the UV lamp and adding in my nails. I went in and checked to see if everything was placed how it was, and then I put it in. So then I'm just gonna go in and replicate the same thing on these two nails on this side. And you can see that I'm shaking. I'm not weak, I just have shaky hands. So it's just something. I always have shaky hands and I can still do nail art. So for anybody else who struggles with shaky hands, uh, let me know. I can't be the only one. So I'm moving the flower around just to make sure that it has enough glue around it so that way these flowers do not fall off. I have used regular nail glue to try to put on rhinestones, but I found that they always just like pop off maybe like on the third day. And I heard really good reviews. I'm gonna test this out and see how long this lasts. So far, they have lasted an entire 2 weeks on there. So I think that's pretty good. But I want to see like the max amount of time until it pops off. And my mom does a lot with her hands, so I'm the perfect test person. So there, I see that some of that glue just like spilled over on the side, and I'm just going in and cleaning that. And then I'm going in to cure it. And then I noticed that the flowers changed color when it cured. So I found that really weird. I thought it burnt the flowers, but I guess it's just like an effect from being in the UV light. It definitely doesn't happen when it's outside in the sun. So I was a little nervous about that. So then I'm just waiting, and here I'm choosing which top coat I'm going to use, whether it be matte or glossy, and I decided on glossy. And this is the Beetles top coat. I don't particularly like the Kiara Sky top coat that comes in the Jelly Tips kit. I don't find that it lasts long and it doesn't hold the gel polish long. But I do like this one. And then with the nails with the flowers on it, I like to go around. It helps encase the flowers also. That way there's no gaps like on the sides or anything. I love how top coat just like ties everything together, and like I feel like the design finally just looks good once I top coat it. And then here I'm seeing the flowers, they're like turning white again, so I feel a little better. And like I said, go in, wipe off the sides. I'm very generous with my top coats. Oh, good. And put it in secure. And this is the finished product. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.